the Fester situation. And we have to decide whether we want to try and call Fester's hotel or his cell phone as he's at the hotel, which I think is right off the Hershey Highway. Up in her.
You already did that joke.
I know. I can't.
And you acknowledged that it was silly.
I can't stop myself. All right. So Fester is not here because he works for General RV right off of I-4 in Sefner, and he sells RVs. When we shut the MJ Morning Show down first in 2012, Fester and the whole crew had to look for jobs, and Fester got into the RV business. So Fester, after he leaves the MJ Morning Show, he goes and sells RVs. And he makes a lot more money doing that than working on his show. I have nothing to do with that. So Fester is with the whole General RV team. They all flew up to Hershey, Pennsylvania, because there's a big RV show this weekend. So I figured this would be a good time to bring this up with Fester, not, interfering or, trying to, talk over us as I tell the story. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this. And this might shock you, Froggy. This might shock you, Roxanne.
I'm not shocked easily.
I realize that. Fester has brought this up to me numerous times. The last time was last week. And he gets me in a private moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
inspiring, kind of.
Well,
doesn't sound inspiring to me.
No. Conspiring. Like he's conspiring.
Oh, I thought you
with
said firing and like, hey, you're on the, you're on the.
Okay.
Well, conspire and fire,
Yeah.
you're on the right path.
Yeah.
All right. This is what Fester has told me on numerous occasions. I think it's like 4 or 5 at this point. Fester has said to me, and I'm going to try to paraphrase what he said to me just last week. MJ, this is a 3-person show.
3-person show. Let's see what he means by that.
So he's suggesting that it's me and 2 others, not me and 3 others. Because MJ, Fester, Roxanne, Froggy, that's 4. And of course, Andrew's our producer, but I'm only counting the main member of the show. So yeah, 4.5. So what does Fester mean by this? Well, Fester has elaborated in the past, and he says, he thinks it's a little too crowded. Like, people vying for microphone time.
Says the guy who gets the most words per show.
Whoa.
Right?
But what do you think about this? I mean, Fester and do you think he's suggesting that he should be eliminated? No. I think what he's suggesting is that
me or Roxanne.
Froggy or Roxanne should go. Do you guys know that he's brought this up? Do you guys know that he's talked about this?
He brings it up to both of us separately. Like he's brought it up to me.
Hold on. He's brought this up to you as well?
Always.
Wait a minute. He's never brought it up to me. What is that? Does that make me the... I want to let everybody know right now. I will leave this show. I promise you I will.
Right, so
I brought a dead rat in yesterday hoping I'd get in trouble. It's impossible to get in trouble here.
It is. Froggy has smashed the walls.
It is impossible.
Froggy has smashed the walls. He's broken thousands in furniture in this building.
Look at the studio. Look at the walls.
Just they throw it away in the dumpster quickly before anyone knows. All right. So when's the last time that Fester said to you that, this is really a 3-person show, sort of advocating that one of you guys gets ejected?
The last time Froggy was on vacation. He says that anytime one of us is gone.
Oh, and when he's here and someone's gone, he'll say, really?
Because, but MJ, this is very simple. What is it that I have said to Fester, to him and to you? He feels like a good show is when he is the biggest contributor. And that's not for me to decide whether that's the mark of a good show. But, he's fantastic. He's funny. So a 3-person show means he's talking more, so it feels like a better show to him.
Well, guess what? It is a 3-person right now because Fester's not here, and it's me, Roxanne, and Froggy. And I think that, I think we're doing a great job today.
No, we need all of us as an ensemble.
Oh, listen, I believe that.
We're like,
I like the whole team.
Why don't you take some calls on this? I'd be interested to hear what the audience thinks.
Should I call Fester?
Get them all pumped up for a show.
So here's the deal.
Man, he's a little crap talker, man.
Yeah, he is. He's a crap talker.
What happened to him?
Well,
he didn't used to be like
he's like a little grumpier and angrier than ever before. And he's I'm telling you. You know what?
Cheese eating rat.
Let's go to phones. I'll tell you what. What are your thoughts, MJ Morning Show listeners right now? What are your thoughts about Fester making a mention to me on numerous occasions now? The last time was last week, and it has apparently made the... Why didn't you ever bring this up to me?
I thought I had, I'll talk about it with him. You're not always listening to us.
So when I'm not here, he says it to you, meaning I shouldn't be here.
He always says this is really a 3-person show.
Because he thinks he's the funny.
I have a question. Yeah. Did it used to be a 3-person show? Like, hasn't it always
used to be
been
like
a big
7-person
No,
17-person
I used to have 19 people on the show.
Right? It's
We're in economy mode right now.
Interns have their own microphones.
You know what? Let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let's go to phones. What are your thoughts on Fester conspiring to eject either Roxanne or Froggy and suggest that it's a 3-person show?
Did he say this while I was gone this week?
Yeah, well, I think that's he brought it up last week. That's right. While you were gone that's why he brought it up again. You know, MJ, this really is a 3-person show. It sounds bad.
I got a better one for you.
Yeah.
So, I'm supposed to go out of town next week, right?
Yeah.
I'm gone Thursday, Friday. So I'm debating, do I take Thursday off or just fly out Thursday and come work Thursday with you guys? And Fester always, every time
Take it off.
It's okay. Take it off.
Go.
Take it off. Go.
Yeah, that's right. He does do that.
I noticed that
all
last
the time.
week.
All the time. I could be like, I'm 2 and 3. I can't decide between 2 and 3 days. Take the whole week.
He's like an absence pusher.
Yeah, he is. Meanwhile, I have to actually put in for time off, unlike,
him.
Yeah, none of us ever put in for time off.
I do.
No one keeps
I'm the only one who has to follow the rules around here, oddly.
I haven't put in for one day off ever since I've been here, almost 3 years.
Okay.
I don't even know what that system. I've never even logged in. So
I have an answer to all of this. If you want the answer, but I want to hear from the call. The answer is we are better when everybody is here because it's like a big party and everybody's dynamic can work off each other. Fester and I can fight together. He told me, you know what else he told me one time? This is great. Great. He told me that he tells you he makes you funnier than anyone you've ever worked with.
Wait a minute. What? Hold on. He's told you that? I thought it was going to be something creepy like you ought to go braless in the studio. All right, wait a minute. So he said that he makes me funnier?
Yes.
Wow. Maybe he does.
Maybe he does. I'm not arguing it, but he's putting it out there. He's a good marketer.
I mean, his head has gotten bigger than his freaking belly. All right, let's go to phones.
Wow.
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What are your thoughts on Fester secretly, telling me and I guess Roxanne now that it's really a 3-person show?
Well, if you notice, and when you're listening to the show and Fester's back, everybody listen to, and I hope he doesn't hear this, but Fester, I think in his mind considers him your number 2 guy, your co-host.
Right.
Yeah.
So whenever you're done talking, I don't even attempt to talk because I know Blowhard's going to start going immediately. So he's always second voice to you.
Why don't you start challenging that?
Well,
sounds like crap. When I do it, we talk over each other and you go, you guys stop talking over each other.
I did that the other day. You're like, could you guys look at each other? I'm like, Fester's
behind
never
the
going to look at
scenes,
me because he's always going to look at you. He thinks it's you and him talking.
Well, part of it is our studio is such a lousy setup that we don't have great line of sight. 7:43. Let's go to phones. MJ Morning Show. William. Let me grab Michael first, then I'll grab William. Michael, you're on the MJ Morning Show in Tampa. Hello, Michael. Welcome.
Good morning. Okay, do not do this. Do not ask the listeners. You have a certain Pisces on the show that takes everything to heart. And, after a while, these Pisces, they tend to freak out. And, don't ask because you're going to have an upset Pisces all day long.
Well, who's the... hold on.
Who's the Pisces?
First of all, the only thing I know about the astrological symbols is that I'm an Aquarius. I have no idea. Who's the Pisces on it?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh.
Whoa.
Bingo. The most unluckiest sign in the world, but the most loved.
Okay, you're weird.
All right, so, Michael, all right, so what are you saying? Do you like the show with all 4 of us, or do you like the Fester suggestion it's only a 3-person show?
Yeah, keep it at 4 because your Pisces is always doing texting anyway.
Hold on.
What are you talking about, Michael?
Wait
I'm
a
very
second.
confused.
Hold on. Say that. You got cut off. So the Pisces is doing what always?
She's always busy on the text lines anyway.
Oh,
This guy's a hater.
Listen, Michael, I got a lot of street cred around here. I kind of do 9 million things,
Street
so
cred.
I'm good.
Thank you, Michael.
That explains the red scarf hanging from your jean pocket.
William in Newport Richie. William, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yeah. Hey. Good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. It's a 4-person show. Every single one of you needs to do your contribution. But let me just say this: Fester can at times act like a runaway truck. He even tries to take over you, MJ. But at the same time, at any given moment, Froggy can't get his face out of his phone because he's on YouTube or one of his 500 subscribed channels. And then Roxanne's always got her nose buried in the text, which I understand. That's part of her job.
Okay, but listen, those are both of our jobs, because do you see how when MJ brings up a random subject, Froggy would be like, wait, I saw it on a YouTube channel.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's kind of people's workflow.
Just don't get
you
it,
have
sir.
to kind of be listening and then also having your finger on the pulse of what the listeners are feeling about what you're talking about.
All right. Thanks for the call, William. Appreciate it. Oh, Sherry. Let's grab Sherry in Tampa. Sherry on line 5. Hello, Sherry.
Hi. So,
Your thoughts, please.
yes, I love Froggy because he pushes back against you all the time. So I love Froggy. And I love Roxanne. And Fester kind of sucks up to you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? Do we keep the show as a 4-person show, or do you like Fester's suggestion that it's only a 3-person show?
No, I think you should keep everyone, but that's not nice that he's saying that.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to push out someone.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. Sherry, thanks for the call. Emma is in Clearwater. Hey, Emma, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi.
Hey, Emma, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I like the 4 People show and I want Uncle Fester back.
Oh,
Aw.
Emma, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emma. Have a great day at school today.
Must be one of his
Okay.
daughter's friend.
All right. Bruce is in Largo. Man, look at the phones. Every line. The minute a line drops, someone else is calling in at 800-990-1047. Bruce, Largo, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, what do you think of Fester's little conspiracy?
Well, he is kind of right. You are the host, and the other 3 are the show.
Okay. So, what, you want me to go?
No,
Oh.
you're the host.
All right. Oh, so, all right. So you're
All
saying,
right, yeah.
no, but he's saying he wants a body count of 3. So me and 2 others, not me and 3 others.
Yeah.
No, you and 3 others. The
Yeah,
other
no,
3.
but I get it, and I like the way it works. But Fester is trying to say that we could lose somebody, that the show is tighter and better without one of the people.
Nope, sorry, he's wrong on that.
Yeah, I listen. I agree. Absolutely. Thank you, buddy. Let me grab Jesus calling in. Jesus, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ, I got a question. Didn't you have a 3-person show when you first came to Tampa, and Fester was one of them?
When I first came to Tampa, it was MJ, BJ. We had Jason the Buffoon Boy and some scraggly, skinny pencil neck guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who had minimal talent. What was it? Mike? I can't remember. Anyway, so
Minimal, none.
But then toward the end of midway through, we had like 5 interns on the show every day.
Yeah, it was constant.
We had a massive ensemble, back in the late 90s and through the 2000s. So, hey, thanks for the call. Hey, so Sully in Pasco. All right, a few more and I got to move on.
Hey, Sully.
Yeah, Sully, you're on the MJ Morning Show. By the way, great job landing that Airbus 320 on the Hudson.
Thanks. Yeah, those birds, no one saw it coming.
Yeah, no one saw those damn Canada geese getting ingested in 1 and 2. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, 2 things.
I love how you thread the needle between the 2 towers of the George Washington Bridge, by the way.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I let my actions speak louder than words. I don't talk about it anymore.
There you go. Look, this guy's playing along. All right, go ahead, Sully.
Hey, you guys are awesome. 2 things. Number 1, Froggy is the funniest guy in the show. He should stay there. Number 2, it should be a 3-man show. Bye-bye, Fester. Watch your words.
Oh, look at that.
You said
That was blunt.
You said 3-man show, and I'm like, I'm out.
Thank you.
He said 3 men. I was like, oh, but then no, it was Fester.
Sully wants Fester not to have a successful landing.
There's no way you could take
Guys,
Roxanne
take
off the
care.
show.
Thank you, Sully.
She's so important.
3 more calls. I got to move on. So if you're just tuning in, I just kind of spilled the beans. And then Roxanne confirmed that Fester said it to her privately as well. Fester, as late as last week, has brought up the fact, and this is when Froggy was out.
Call him.
You know him. I will. I'm going to call him in a second. So Fester said, MJ, this really is a 3-person show. So he's sort of conspiring. He's suggesting that I lose one of the people on the show. And of course, it's not him, so he's suggesting that like Roxanne or Froggy ought to go.
Okay, but I want to pause right there before I know we've got 3 more calls. I have to tell you something very important.
Yep.
Do you see what the problem is with that? In addition to going behind the backs, the problem is he doesn't want to make it better. It is its best form when it's the 4 of us because we all have different strengths. So it's like, what can we do to make sure we don't talk over each other? Or what can we do to like really build each other up? Because it is a different vibe today because none of us are fighting because Froggy and I don't fight. But it's kind of fun when maybe people like to hear Fester and I fight.
Rich and Ruskin, last 3 calls. Rich, go ahead.
Yeah, the real Dominican Rich here. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Hey, Dominican Rich. Thank you, buddy. What do you think?
Listen, man, I'm going to be totally honest. I listen to this show for Froggy.
Oh, sweetheart.
Dude, Froggy.
Froggy.
You ought to use this. You ought to get this audio and use
Andrew,
it.
cut this up, please.
Use it for the next contract negotiations.
Put this on my tape.
I'm telling you, Froggy is the man. Roxanne, I love you. You're a MILF. You're hot. You're dope. You're a great mom.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You'll drink 2 bottles of wine with no problem. I love it. It's great. MJ, you're cool. You're funny. MJ, you're great. Froggy, Fester, he can go with no problem.
Oh, so wait, he's flipping the script here, and he's suggesting we eject Fester.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
I'm telling you, if Froggy or Roxanne go, I'm leaving. I'm never listening to the show.
Oh, my goodness, sir.
Thank you, Rich.
It's an outrageous claim.
Love you guys.
Dominican Rich, love you too, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate you listening. Hey, make sure you tell 3 people, Rich. Dominican Rich, tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show on Q105, okay?
You got it, brother. I do it every day. Trust me.
Thank you.
I think Rich thinks I'm an alcoholic.
All right. Well, I got to wrap this up because I want to call Fester. I want to try to ambush Fester. He might be listening on the app.
I'm sure he is.
He might be. But he hasn't called in. Hold on. Let me check my cell. Let me see if he... And then I got to tell the Pelican Brief story.
I know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go, yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah. And then he's going to just...
No message.
Be an ass about it.
Mike in Tampa, final call on this. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
What's up, guys? I've been listening to y'all since, man, I was in Booker T. Washington High School. I mean, this has been the early days when you were MJ and BJ. But,
wow.
Your show's like a watch, man. If you take a gear out, it's going to be all screwed up.
You're right.
Aw, that's so nice. That's correct.
It's like a finely tuned Patek Philippe or a Lange und Söhne or Lang & Sons.
I'm a Belova watch guy.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
But MJ, you're smart. You're super smart, but naive at certain things. Froggy's a loose cannon. Fester's an all-encompassing guy, and then you get the lady perspective from Roxanne and all the stuff she brings. It's a watch, man.
Hold up, Mike. What am I naive at?
You're like a guy who just fell off a turnip truck.
Hold on, let him answer.
Hold on.
Let him answer. I asked him a question.
Show, Mike.
Mike, go ahead.
You ask MJ about something like weed or something. He's like, I've never done that, so I'm not quite sure exactly how the devil's lettuce goes. It's all good.
Devil's lettuce. Well, it's better than being nose deep in the devil's dandruff.
Right.
The devil, we call that crazy snowflakes. We don't want none of that.
Nose deep in the devil's dandruff. All right, buddy. Hey, Mike.
And the foursome works really well, and then I hope you guys keep up with it.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
all right, let me wrap this up by calling Fester and see if, and I have no idea if he's going to pick up. But now, after this, I got to talk about the Pelican Brief, and this is just a heartwarming story, folks. Aww.
Okay, so I think Froggy needs to be the one to talk to Fester when he
No
answers.
way.
Yeah.
No,
You need
I'm
to
not talking
confront
to him.
Just confront him and just say, I hear you like threesomes.
Screw him.
Hey, Froggy, what number did I just call?
813-310-8444. Everybody text him and let you know how you
I
feel.
wonder how many people have texted Fester that we're talking about him.
Hello.
Hello, Fester.
Hey, guys.
Good morning.
Okay.
You listening to the show on the app by any chance?
Not this second.
Oh.
But I listened this morning.
Oh, so you did not listen over the last, let's say, 15 minutes?
No.
Oh, very convenient.
Very convenient.
Very.
Froggy, why don't you go ahead and broach the subject and how this came up and what was just said?
I got to do it? Why do I got to do it?
Go ahead.
Because it was news to you. It wasn't news to me or MJ.
Well, Fester, MJ just went on the air and said, Fester has told me numerous times something that might affect the show and might make it awkward for people in the show. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Probably.
Okay, why don't you take a guess?
That I'm a week-to-week employee?
No.
Nope.
That's another one.
Okay.
Okay, be careful what you confess at this point. Maybe it's, yeah.
What kind of a show do you think this is? How many person?
Oh, it's a 3-person show.
What a jerk.
Fester, I just brought up the fact that you have told me on numerous occasions, and the last time was last week when Froggy was out at his hardware convention in Indianapolis, that you told me, I've said that it's a 3-person show. So who are you advocating goes, Fester?
Andrew.
No, that's a 5. He's the 5th person. So it's me, MJ, it's Roxanne, you, Fester, and Froggy. We're 4. You've told me 3 persons. So who, but of myself, Roxanne, or Froggy, who do you advocate goes if you say constantly that, and you've told Roxanne this apparently, it's a 3-person show. She just informed me of that.
I just tied it together that you're always like, if I'm like, I'm going to take a day off, take the week off, Roxanne.
So Fester, tell me, who should go? Answer the question.
To Roxanne's point, I'm all for taking days off regardless. I mean, at the end of the day, the company's not going to give you a gold medal for showing up and not spending time with your family. But I'd probably me.
Oh, really?
Aww. Well, we don't want that.
I'm probably odd man out on that equation.
So you're advocating that you leave? That's what you've been advocating all along?
The show, when all 4 of us are in there, sometimes I feel that there's too many people chomping at each other and we're walking over each other and, or 2 people talk at the same time. And I, professionally think that sounds bush league, and I'm as guilty of it as anybody, but it's a different vibe in the studio when there's 3 people, regardless of who the 3 are.
Well, all of the listeners, for the most part, think that the show is great just the way it is.
I'm with you. The show is excellent, but I think we have room to improve as far as becoming a sharper sword.
Okay.
So should we just eliminate one of us?
So Fester's bailing out right now. So
I didn't know you were into forging.
Listen, it's I constantly think about ways for our show to improve, and one of the ways is that we not talk over each other. And it goes back to the damn studio being such a pit that I can't see Roxanne standing 2 feet from her, and I can't see Froggy.
Yeah.
So I don't know when Froggy's about to take a breath to talk,
Yeah.
give the funniest thing of the day, and then I say, and then we both say at the same time, and nobody hears it.
I think you're just backpedaling right now, sir.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon. Hopefully you sell some RVs. He's up in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And when do you start? Today?
Yeah, so I'm at the RV show right now.
Oh,
I just got here.
Gotcha. All right. Anyone kicking tires at 7:58 in the morning?
No, right now it's just a bunch of hungover salesmen who smell like cigarettes.
Oh, does that smell like booze and cigarettes? All right, Fester. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, goodbye.
Look at that.
What a rat.
He's fallen on his own sword.
Yeah, that's
Look
the
at
only
that.
way he could wiggle out of that.